Greetings Netrunners, and welcome to the latest edition of our look at the latest data packs in the Red Sand series. Today we've got the Station 1 data pack, and we'll be looking at the runner cards. First up we have the Anarchs with Severnius Stim Implant. This one has a cost of 2 hardware cybernetics, and has click, make a run on R&D or HQ, and trash 2 or more cards from your grip. Whenever you access cards from that server, access 1 additional card for every 2 cards trashed. So that means if I just doing the first one of this action and trashing 2 cards, you'll be accessing 2 cards, because you've got the original one you'll be accessing, and the extra one you get from trashing 2 cards. It says you can do 2 or more cards, that means you could trash even 4 cards and get another 2. So meaning you'd be accessing 3 cards overall. This is a good way if you know if the corp has got something, an agenda in their hand, and you want to access as many as possible to try and get it. Accessing the top of R&D though is a potential way of getting you faster through the corp's R&D deck and getting the agendas that you need, but that'd be a bit more risky since there's no guarantee you'd get anything and you'd be trashing 4 cards, putting yourself in a dangerous position. Next we have Clan Vengeance. A cost of 3, resource Clan. Whenever you suffer any amount of damage, place 1 power counter on Clan Vengeance. Trash it, trash 1 card from HQ at random for each power counter on Clan Vengeance. Now this is a huge card, not only because it reveals something about what life is like on Mars in the Netrunner universe with the clans running things, but also because it can do something incredible. Archives is always easier to run on than the central servers. And with this, whenever you suffer any amount of damage, then you can purposely build that up by running into ice that will do a little bit of damage to you each time. You can put a power counter on this, and then you just trash it. You could effectively wipe the entire corp hand in one go, and just have the whole HQ put into archives, where you'd have an easier time running on it. So this could be an incredibly powerful tool if used at the right moment, and I am certainly planning on using it myself. Next we have Countersurveillance. Has cost of 1, resource Clan, click and trash, make a run. If successful, instead of accessing, pay X credits to access up to X cards from this server. If able, X is the number of tags you have. So this is an interesting one because it allows you to make a run and access a lot more cards, but it depends on the number of tags you have. And having tags is always a risky proposition, since it allows the corp to mess with you a lot more than you'd like. And the fact that you need to have a lot of them for it to work really well, it'd only really be useful against NVN and certain Wayland decks that use its tags a lot. Against, say, a Jinteki deck, this would be almost useless. Next we have Mobius, the Criminals faction. You got cost of 0, event run, make a run on R&D. If successful, you may make another run on R&D when this run ends. If the second one is successful, gain 4 credits. Now this is incredibly useful because for 0 cost, you can make 2 runs, one after another. You make a run on R&D as a run event, and if it's successful, you can make another run immediately. When this run ends, if the second one is successful, you gain 4 credits. So potentially, if on the first run you found an agenda, you could run again, look at the next card, and be getting the 4 credits. So this is a brilliant card, and I'm certainly going in all my criminal decks immediately. Next we have a new identity for the criminals. Loss. Data Hijacker. Link strength of 0, 45-15. Has the first time the corp reses a piece of ice each turn, gain 2 credits. Now that is pretty amazing, because the corp's going to be resing ice whenever you're going on runs, and if you hit a different server each time, or they're holding on to different pieces of ice, or if they use a deck that de-reses ice to res it again, or if you have ways to de-res the ice. Either way, you'll be gaining credits anytime they have to res a piece of ice, and the more you run, the more they'll have to res, and you can get more money. So this is most certainly an amazing identity to use for good economy, and I am looking forward to putting together decks to use him with. Next we're on to the Shaper faction, and we have System Seizure. Cost of 0, event current. This card is not trashed until another current is played or an agenda is scored. The first icebreaker whose strength you increase each turn does not return to its base strength until the end of the run. So that is pretty good, because if you increase the strength for the very first piece of ice up to the maximum possible you can afford to, it will set that strength for the rest of the run. And if you know you're not going to need another kind of icebreaker, then it will be perfect for that situation. In situations where the corp is using a lot of different kind of ice, though, it's not so strong, because just increasing the strength of one icebreaker when you need to use multiple is not as helpful. Next we have Customized Secretary. Cost of 2 and memory cost of 1. The program has, when you install Customized Secretary, for the top 5 cards of your stack, you may list any number of revealed programs from your stack on it, and then shuffle your stack. And then click Install a host program, paying all install costs. So this is just a way to quickly get the programs you need. If you have one of these in your deck, you quickly look through the top 5 cards of your stack, find a load of programs that you want, and it'll host them all on this, and then you can click and pay the cost to install them when you're ready. So they don't take up space in your grip, and you know where they all are, and you can host them and install them at any time. And finally, we go on to the neutral cards, which is Build Script. Cost of 0 and has gain 1 to credit and draw 2 cards. Now this is a fantastic card for economy and card draw. Cost of nothing, it's giving you credits and card draw. Not much of either, but the fact it does both is a brilliant combination, and I think we will be seeing a lot of use for this. Right, that's all for this time, Netrunners. Next time we'll be moving on to the Corp cards. Remember to like and subscribe.